Okay, going home. The people who know me know that my favorite mode of communication is via text message. It's interesting because when text messaging very first started, it was my wife that very first started texting our kids, and I thought it was kind of silly, but now I really enjoy it. One of the reasons that I enjoy it is that I can be reached anywhere. I can be in a classroom, I can be in a meeting, and my office staff can reach me anywhere and I can respond, something that I would not be able to do if I had to answer the phone. Of course, that can also be a problem because people can reach me when I'm having dinner, when I'm watching TV with my wife. The people who know me, after a while, they get used to it, but the people who don't can get annoyed with my constantly answering text messages. It's not the most effective way of communicating in some cases. It's okay when you used to send out information or to reminders or to set dates, but when you're trying to express that emotion, it's not always the most effective way to do it. And sometimes you might be expressing sarcasm or a joke, and somebody might take it seriously as if you're upset with them. That has happened to me several times. And I have to explain, it was just a joke, or I'm just saying, and people think that I'm upset or angry or being critical of them because of my text message. Sometimes even when communicating verbally, it's easy to misunderstand something. A story that I often remember was when I was in elementary school. I had a classmate who had been out for several days. And I was a little bit worried about him because he was one of the few friends that I had. And so one day I saw his older sister out in the hall, and I asked her, "I haven't seen your brother, where is he?" And she said, "Well, he's at home because he has the measles." English was my second language, and so therefore I didn't know what measles was. I knew what a missile was, and of course I got very worried about him. And I went home and I told my grandmother that something very bad had happened to my classmate. And I wasn't sure what it was, but it had to do with a missile. It wasn't until he came back that he explained to me that no, nothing had happened to him with a missile. He had the measles, and he explained to me what the measles were. A story that a friend recently told me was a time that she was rushing her kids to get ready for school, and she told them that she had to be at school early that day. And when her kids asked her why she had to be at school early, she told them, "Because I have morning duty." And they both giggled. And when she asked them why they were giggling, she said, "Because you said duty." So even verbal language has its limitations. So nevertheless, texting is still my favorite mode of communication right now, even though periodically I have to explain that I am making a joke or that I was being sarcastic and that no, I'm not angry or I'm not trying to hurt somebody's feelings. So I will continue to use it, and I'll try to be a little bit more clear in my texting. My goodness.